What's up, everybody? What's going on, everybody?
Welcome to the Contagion Effect
Where
Show.
we are already a mess.
Mike, how you doing today, buddy?
I'm gonna slow down and breathe because that was.
We are on time because it's our time. It's our time to share.
Yeah, except for some of our sites have a problem when we're late. So
if they find us, we'll get a Venmo going, and everybody can contribute.
And then when somebody randomly throws up the overlay and doesn't. While we're trying to open the show, you know, it is what it is. So welcome to the Contagion Effect, where we like to talk to our veterans, talk about mental health. Eric,
welcome.
How are you, buddy?
I'm doing awesome.
You just like saying that. Welcome
to the Contagion Effect. Did you know that the Contagion Effect show can be seen on multiple sites now?
We can
be seen on Reese Across America Radio, Odyssey app, iTunes, iHeartRadio, search.
Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that right now?
Because
that's not even. I mean, we're on a lot of those for the podcast, but
Gunroom Radio, gunroom.radio.com. That's not right.
Yeah. See, I'm just going to be honest. This is the stuff that has to stop. Yes. Podcast problems. We cannot do this in the future with the new things coming. Did you end up talking to her?
I did, but I can listen because it's coming in the future means it's not now.
I know, but I need you to program yourself.
I will reel it in.
Wow.
You know what?
Wow. All right, Eric.
How was your week, Mike?
We had a busy week.
Did you?
A little bit. Well, I mean, my work week's always busy right now.
Yeah.
But we got to do something on Monday.
Oh, we did. I forgot. Yeah. I don't know how I got to half of it because the Wi-Fi internet sucks in River Point. Well, shout out to whoever is the provider out there.
Well, you should be hardwired in. So did you take a picture of that to get to me? No. So I could help you resolve that problem?
We will resolve it. We will have it set up and ready to rock and roll for all future broadcasts.
So we talked about the problems. We didn't actually talk about what we were doing.
Yeah, what were we doing? Well, we had an interview on a fabulous group of people who have a radio station that wants to put us on.
It's awesome.
At 10 o'clock Eastern.
No. You're mixing the worlds. Eric.
We're meshing it together,
here.
Mike.
Focus. We are all right. I can't ask Eric any more questions today.
All right, go ahead. Let's talk about it. Come
on Monday, we had the opportunity to join MBR Radio,
Military Broadcast Radio.
Yes, and so they have a streaming show there. We had the opportunity to join. Eric, maybe not so much. There you go. Hey, Joel, we actually know how to do audio. Like
we do.
As we're talking about it. So Joel was part of the show that we joined, and thank you for having us.
We sound amazing. That's because you can actually hear me.
Yeah, you can actually hear Eric.
You can actually hear us. Uh-oh.
Yeah, Eric may have had a little technical difficulties because he
had a lot of technical difficulties.
He needed to do the show from his house.
Sitting on the ground.
Yeah, he was literally sitting next to the router because that's going to make Wi-Fi work better.
Let's get the rundown.
Okay.
So we were in the dining room.
Well, we weren't. You were.
So I was in the dining room, set up, ready to go. Looked beautiful. I mean, the mic and everything, right? And then, we can't hear you. We can't hear you at all. So I'm like, okay. So we'll go to the patio. Nope. And that's only like 2 feet from the Wi-Fi box. So we're like, well, let's go out front because you go out front, you know, the Wi-Fi is everywhere around there. So go out front.
And by the way, on camera, like they're trying to conduct, I'm talking to him. You just see Eric going around, Eric getting frustrated. And then when Eric talks, it's like, yes. And then he sounded like Darth Vader.
I am your father.
Yeah, he had his audio was a little off. So I think I need to show you what my mic looks like. So you put your mic in the same way.
So apparently the
gain was all the way up.
The gain was way off. So I ended up sitting on the ground in the bedroom, right? Like cuddling with the tower.
With the
like,
router.
Literally like almost sat on it.
Yeah.
But other than that, it was great.
It was. I
was
had fun.
wonderful.
I had fun representing us. So
Yeah, no, and you did a good job. You held it down. You know, and I think that's a big.
And I'm not really the talker. You are.
No, you did a great job, and you weren't even nervous, and you know. But again, I think that's going to be a huge lift for us.
You smiled all the way through. There was a time you could tell he had. Yeah, that was it started with that face, like
brutal. No, it's going to be a good platform for us to jump onto to help our veterans get their stories out there and help with the mental health and the PTSD.
Tonto,
Eric, fix your wife. Yeah, right. I know. Well, we're going to find out how good it is because our guest today lives like 2 blocks from myself in River Point. So we'll see what happens when you actually have a real job and you can afford good Wi-Fi. So
I can already tell you based on the pre-show, it's better. It's already better. Thank God, because I was nervous after last week.
Oh man, I tell you, it's going to be crazy.
No, but it was cool to talk to Joel and the guys there on MBR.
Yeah,
really appreciate it. I do want to shout out like everybody on our show because you guys came through. I mean,
huge.
Every day Saturday, Tonto, Derek Thompson, Shadow Mark, Jason Steiner, Hero Stock.
Yep.
Like you all came through in a big way, and and then there's Gary Miller. You all came through in a huge way and represented, and super happy. I even, I think we both continue to listen, and Derek called into the show.
Oh yeah, I did see that. I did. I tried to follow the rest of the show as much as I could, and just a good solid group of dudes are doing and gals. They're doing some good deals there. And it's going to be fun, man. I'm so looking forward to it. And it's finally like the traction's kind of got there, obviously, I mean, we're not huge numbers, but our numbers have been a lot better. Or I'm sorry.
The next Joe. I wish, man.
Well,
if we got there, that'd be cool.
I mean,
that'd be cool. But we're getting, having the opportunity to get on MBR. We are currently working with Wreaths Across America to be on their radio.
Yeah.
So that'll be strictly the audio portion, which will be very exciting as well. And hopefully more to come. It's pretty cool to think, we were doing this, and as Eric said, we may not have these huge numbers, but here's the thing for us: if we get one veteran to change their mind, we did it, right?
That's huge. Yeah, it's and again, that's what I was getting at. If you take our collective listeners and everything and our followers, we've got a pretty good group of dudes and dudettes out there listening and supporting. And shout out to the comment section, man.
Yeah,
we're gonna get that hashtag shout out to the comment section or something. So we're excited. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we are very excited. We'll be looking forward once I get through next week. Because I got high school graduation. It'll be
Gun Room Radio. Yep, we shouted them out. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
doing a good drink.
Yeah, Donald at Gun Room Radio for sure. Everybody.
That's a cool station because they play the music too, and so you can chill. And then they, rebroadcast. He's got 4 or 5 different podcasts, and he's getting a couple more licenses to play some more music of Schaefer and Barbara, who's actually going to be on our show in June. And man, we got some. God, dude, we say it every time. We got some good guests coming up. I'm like. Literally all of our guests have been awesome across the board.
There you go. See, Derek, we listened to your call, man. Shadow Mark got represented.
Yeah.
I think we even mentioned you. We should have mentioned you on there.
Yeah. I'm sure we did. I'm sure we did.
We tried to mention everybody. So, man, shout out to all of you. We really appreciate everybody watching. Let's get a little Gary Miller, and then
let's get a little Gary Miller,
Miller mobile tax service.
Do you dread having to do your taxes? Does the mere thought of it make your head spin? Miller's Mobile Tax Service is here for you. We will handle your individual or business taxes. We will come to you to prepare your taxes. We are skilled, professional, and ready to get started for you. Call 209-678-8515.
That still cracks me up that I forgot about the audio.
That's great. You did a great job with
no,
the
but
mic.
if you hear at the beginning of that, that's what your voice sounded like last week. 'Cause it's overgained and it sounds terrible. Yeah, it must be nice, Brian.
What do you say?
But I will say, if you have Gary Miller doing your taxes, you're not so scared of taxes anymore because he does a great job. He does an amazing job. So
yeah, he does a great job.
Love
him.
I love him. He's just a good dude to talk to. I actually got to talk to him for a little bit yesterday. So we appreciate Gary Miller.
You know what we should do?
What?
Start the show.
Let's do it. Let's get a little Scotty going.
Yeah, the times and places they may change, but one thing stays the same. The stories that they tell about going through hell. If you think they wouldn't do it all over again, well, you just don't know them. The memories that they own of the ones who didn't make it home, yeah, sure do miss them, but they keep them on living in the stories that they tell.
Yeah, baby.
Get it on. Get it on.
Well, hey, also someone didn't beat me to the chat and I wasted 10 minutes. You're right. Steiner said he was going to beat you, and I haven't even seen Steiner in here yet. So
let's check let's see if he's not on another show real quick.
Is he on another show?
I don't know.
We have to go check. Yes, Gary, we truly appreciate you. And yes, Tonto's first every single week.
6 for 6. He's on a 6-week streak.
Exactly.
6
We
week
appreciate
streak.
you, Tonto. All right.
So speaking of the comment crew, that's what it is. The comment crew, right? That literally kind of keeps us going. At first, I think we didn't really kind of pay attention. We're like, hey, we're going to do our interviews and blah, blah, blah. And then we embrace the whole fact of we have a support group that's just amazing. We've talked about how good it is. And this gentleman was one of like the first guys that supported us. Happens to live where I live, a couple blocks away in River Point. And it's funny because we'll get on our site, our HOA site, and be like, hey, does anybody know this or anyone knows that? And literally, like, he gets tagged for almost everything, right? So it's the old adage, a jack of all trades, master of none. But does anybody know what the end of that quote is?
No, actually, I don't.
It's a jack of all trades, a master of none, though of times better than a master of one. I broke that up. But often times better than a master of one. This dude literally does it all. He's got a list of things, and I'm not going to go through them. Let him explain a lot of the military that he just got awarded some cool.
His background.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want to get into it. I'll let him explain it.
His background.
So we'll just jump into it. I want to introduce to everybody, Carlos. Welcome to the Contagion Effect Show.
I'm letting you bring him in, buddy. It's all you.
I got like 7 different boxes. Sorry, Carlos. Hi, Carlos.
What's up, Carlos?
Carlos Gomez.
Hey.
Welcome.
Oh, I like that hat.
What's going on?
I like that hat way better.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I kept it right here close by.
Oh,
you know,
no, come on,
It's
bro.
all right.
Come on,
Start
bro.
to, I'm gonna keep on wearing that one instead.
No, you got to represent 33-2.
Yeah, 33-2 all day. Stockton.
32. Tell us a little bit about that real quick. Tell us
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. Thanks for having me on, man. I appreciate it, guys. I appreciate you guys for doing this, though. You guys.
Yeah. So 33-2 is the Combat Veterans Motorcycle Association out of Stockton, and Chingon. He's actually you're like a board member, right? Like a voted on spot.
So yeah, so I actually was the PR guy. So I was the PR guy, and now and I want to say July, I'm gonna be the quartermaster for the chapter. Nice. So we're somebody else that knew how to edit videos better than me. I actually put his name out there and said, hey, how about you do this? I can still talk to people, and I can get out there, reach out and touch people's souls a little bit, you know, trying to tell them about the VA and what their benefits can be and what combat vets do for them, you know, the CVMA and stuff. And me, I'm a big supporter of the biker community. You know, I do go to MC functions, stuff like that, but
almost every weekend, if not every weekend, dude. I mean, you're literally going on. I checked Facebook.
I'm thankful that I have a good understanding wife that's gonna let me do that, because I trust me. I'm waiting for that day. I'm gonna see my tire just flat and go like, "What happened?" And her holding a knife, going, I don't know.
Well, obviously you were in the service and you were gone for a while, so it's probably nothing new, right? I mean,
yeah. She's a little used to it. You know, when I deployed, my last deployment was in 2017, and I did a back-to-back. I came back in 2019, and I surprised her. I bought her this house, you know, here in River Point, and I think that kind of softened me to stay another year.
Well, before we get too far ahead, let's go back to little Carlos.
What's up, Donald?
And tell us a little bit about where you grew up and how, you know, you got to that point of enlisting and stuff like that.
Well, I'm a child of an immigrant family. You know, my father came here illegally, but then when he met my mother here in the States, he had to go back. So he had to illegally get back to Mexico to get his papers
twice illegally.
Yeah. So my dad said it was an adventure, and
I
he
bet.
came back with his visa. Him and my mom, you know, they got married. Then they just, you know, they got married and they divorced. And then so my mom was all by herself, and you know, it was just me, my mom, my two sisters at the time, and then, you know, God is good all the time, you know what I mean? And my mom met my stepfather. So my mom met my stepfather when I was, I want to say 4, 5, and he raised me. My stepfather raised me, you know, and he had originally from Arizona, Tucson, and he was just really hard on me. Like, he wasn't like violent or anything like that. He just like still the, you know, landscaper. Hey, you gotta come with me, cut lawns. So fast forward a little bit, junior high, I found out there was wrestling and cross country.
Yeah.
And they said, Saturdays you come into tournaments and stuff like that. And I said, well, this is gonna get me out of cutting lawns. So cross country. So then I did that, and I want to go a little forward, and I want to say like 90, 93, 94, around that time, I got into some trouble, you know, hanging out with the wrong people, doing the wrong things. Originally born and raised in San Jose and Morgan Hill, Gilroy area. And so I got in little things. Never got busted by the cops, but yeah, I still got in little things. And then came down to it, 96, I just turned 19 in 96 in December. And then I was like, what am I gonna do? You know, and I was helping a guy named Joe at a private, private physical fitness guy or whatever, you know. And Joe introduced me to Sergeant Chaidez, Army National Guard, and he came over there. And he's like, hey, you know, Joe wanted me to talk to you. And I seen him in his uniform. I was like, nope, I don't want to talk to you. And then all of a sudden, Joe, big old Olympic, he knew Ed Cornet, he knew Arnold Schwarzenegger. He has photos. He knows them, calls them and everything, you know. He'll grab me and just snatch me up, you know. Little 5'5" guy, you know, he's gonna snatch me up off the ground, you know. Guy, huge. So I started talking to him, and Sergeant started saying, hey, you know what, let me tell you what's this about. And then he asked me the main thing that a recruiter guys asked, do you have a high school diploma? I said, hell no.
Proud of it, damn it.
Yeah, damn, you can't take me. Well, Joe and him said, hey, you know what? We're going to take you over here. So they took me to a high school and said, hey, is there an adult education here? And they said, yeah, this kid's going to get his GED. Well, time I wasn't a kid, I was a man, but, you know, I had the mentality of a kid. And so I got my GED. And then March of 97, I was gone. I went to Fort Sill, Oklahoma. I loved it. I loved basic. You know what I mean? I got distinguished undergrad, high PT. I scored a 297, all because I sucked at sit-ups and I couldn't get the last couple up. And then I went to AIT, and I was a 13 Fox, Ford Observer. And I got distinguished undergrad, high PT again. And then it was time to come home, but my drill instructor introduced me to another recruiter and said, hey, why don't you go active duty instead of going National Guard? I just wanted to get home, man. I was like, You know what? I thought I did my time already. This is it. I can go home now. No, so I actually came back home, joined the Guard, and I did the Guard for 23 years total.
Dang.
Active duty time, they add up your active duty time. It's like 9 years. I have 9 years active duty time, and then the rest all Guard. But it's weird. It's whatever. But I like it though.
Yeah, but you did some big things while you're in, right? So I know you deployed a few times.
I deployed. Let's see. I deployed in 2000. And I want to say early 2000, 2004. I deployed to Afghanistan. I was in Fort Ghazni, IED Alley. You know, I call it IED Alley, Highway 1. You know, whatever. And then it was during the
high alert all the time, huh? Just on high alert.
Yeah, just, you know, small fob. You think about it, the size of Waterford, or not Waterford, but the size of River Point is how big the fob was. You know what I mean?
Oh, wow.
So like you throw a couple of rounds down into the fob, people can get hurt. People, you know.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I like being here at River Point, because I know every exit out of River Point.
It's like being back on there, right? Because you have your walls all the way around.
You know, you teach your kids and you say, hey, we gotta build a fire plan, an exit plan. Well, I have an exit plan, and I can actually know where I can go grab something and protect my house. You know.
Eric, you know that? Do you have that?
We know the gate. Here's a little insight. Hey, can someone give me the password to get back in? Somebody give me the code. Hey, can somebody give me the code? Like literally, if it's not every other day, it's like, oh, we're new to the neighborhood. How do we get our rules? Oh, anyway,
I go like that. Hey, you don't have a challenging password, you ain't getting in. I'm sorry.
I sat at the gate one day because I knew the dude behind me wasn't supposed to be in. I'm like, nah, bro. But then not realizing the sensors on the other side of the inside of the gate is going to keep the door open until you get off of it.
You're right, Shadow Mark.
But no, all the girls know, they know to exit. If you're coming out the main gate, go right, go to Roberts Ferry. I mean, obviously, the connection there. And, if you're coming out the east or the going west, they know to get out of town.
Speaking of that, obviously, neither Eric or I served, right? But when I got my concealed carry, it changed everything, because now I think about, like, I had to tell my, because my wife would always like to sit where she could watch things because she's just a people watcher. But I told her, I'm like, hey, now that I'm, always carrying, we need to change that, because I need to be able to watch the door. I need to be able to watch where people. So we've completely changed how we sit everywhere. So now that I'm doing that, I totally understand, because it does change your whole perspective on, and I didn't go through the training you all went through.
Yeah. So like for me, whenever I go out and have dinner or have a meal with my family, my kids and my wife knows that I have to have at least a good 45 to the door.
Right.
I got to be able to see that, scan that area. The reason being is that if I got to grab my kids and grab them or something, you know what I mean? It's like it's probably my PTSD. It's probably my anxiety. Something that gets me like to. But if I feel like I'm in a safe area, I'll take a door that's to my left or a door to my right. But if it's my choice, the door is always gonna be in front of me, like no matter what. Like if I see like there's a swing door to the kitchen, I'm gonna be able to. I want to see it at a good angle. I want to see the main door. I want to, you know what I mean? That's just natural. A lot of vendors will tell you that because they need that exit plan. My wife gets mad. She gets mad because I'll back the car up into a parking spot. I was trained. You in a Humvee, you back up the Humvee into a parking spot, like get up and go. And she goes like, why do you do that all the time? People think you're all that and this. I'm like, no, I'm not trying to be the badass that thinks I'm cool. I can back into a parking lot. I just want to get the hell out of when I'm done. Especially being at Costco for 2-3 hours.
Always carry a knife with you just in case there's cheesecake or you need
I'm
to stab someone.
I'm Mexican. We always carry knives. It's never gonna change. It's never gonna change.
And you're eating those tres leches instead of that cheesecake. Anyway, so Carlos, I know you deployed a couple times though, right? So I know you went to Afghanistan. That River Point internet's starting to attack right now.
So I went to Afghanistan as a fire support specialist. I was at E6 at the time. it was just me. The time in Afghanistan, we were supporting the 116 out of Virginia. There was another guard there, and then I was supporting also the 25th. That was there. I believe it was 117, and the Virginia Guard guys never had FOs, never had F4 observers. So they didn't know how to use us. So one time I went over there and ready to mount up and take off on a patrol. I go, hey, can I get a room inside of Vic? And they're all like, no. I'm like, why not? And they're all talk to LT. And I went to LT, hey, da-da. He's all, I have no room. All right, man, you have no room. So I went back to my tent. That time we had tents. We didn't really have any little huts or anything. We had tents. So I'm there chilling, feet kicking up in my little, cubicle, which was like 4x8, whatever, little space that we made inside the tent. And sure enough, I come back, man. My first son snatched me right out of the fucking bunk, man. Pulled me, and I was like, "What? Come on, come with me." We go into the attack. So, the talk. We're in the jock joint. Joint the jock. So we're inside the jock, a joint operations center, and he's like, "Do you know this fucking Bravo company? They're in a fucking tick. A tick being troops in contact." I said, "Hey, they said they didn't have no room." I said, "Don't they have the mortars with them?" And fucking here, who comes to the goddamn door? Damn mortars. Platoon started right out like, "What's up, bro?" He's like, "They didn't have no room for us." So I felt bad, but then I didn't feel bad because hopefully that taught them a lesson, So they all made it back. Nobody got hurt,
Oh, that's good.
And after that, man, the whole SOP changed, and they always took out us and the mortars all the time because that's what I do.
They didn't make that mistake anymore.
Oh, they're like, no, hell no, they did not make that mistake. You know what I mean? And then as how FO being in a small fob that we were in, It was one FO and RTO to every platoon. Or every company. We had 3 companies there, which were 3 platoons each, and or 3 platoons and 3 squads, 2 platoon. So every time that we went out, we'd have to rotate, and there was 37 of us total that came from California to support in Afghanistan. Only 25 were actual FOs. All the rest were officers, or they were the first sergeant or whoever, right? And so we were constantly out. Like, you come back and get a refit, and they'll drop off like a pallet of freaking sodas every time. There would be Pepsis, Cokes, Fanta, and Fanta was always gone because every mother flower likes Fanta. I don't know why. So we'd get back, and all there would be is diet sodas, like, like everybody like loves the diet sodas, or they wouldn't drink the diet sodas. So I got used to it. I can't have a regular soda now, and that's been years. Let's say I had a soda like 17 years. Since I had a regular soda, like a real regular soda. You
just got hooked on diet.
Just hooked on diet, I'm a diet of cancer.
Diet Coke.
Hey, I'll die with you. I mean, I'm done with soda, but I was hooked on it.
So at the time I was married, and and I got back, and things didn't work out between me and my ex, and so she went her way, I went my way, and I was back in 06 when I got back, a little close to 06. I just became the worst person in the world. I was lost, and I was self-medicating. I was being a big old man whore. I was doing things that were not like, like I shouldn't have been doing it. I should have been like find myself and everything, man. I was living check to check, barely making rent, but enough to go buy an 18-pack and drink that all day, or all night before I had to be at work again. And then I finally had a compadre of mine, or my son now is a godfather. We've been best friends for over 20-something years. He said, "Come on, you got to come back up north. You can't be down there living that over here." I was living in Tulare at the time. He's like, "Come on, you got to go." So he took me back up there, and I went back to work, and I went to work at Home Depot. And then I met my wife, who I remember from a long while ago. And then Puerto Rican, big old booty. And I was like, yeah, that's what I want. And everybody told her, they told her, like, stay away from Carlos. Stay away from Carlos. You don't know how he is. And I was like, what? So I remember I I sent her a message on Messenger. Hey, you know what? Hey, my name's Carlos. I'm a military guy. Man, look at look at my Chinese stuff. I got Chinese stuff. And yeah, she was like, no, straight up tell me no. You don't want to get no. I asked her 3 times. You want to go out? No. Well, one day, out of nowhere, she saw my tattoo is on my back a little bit. You know what I mean? Then I got a message. Hey,
like
you still want to get that beer?
He's like a peacock.
You want to get that beer? I was like, yeah, let's get that beer. She's like, come to my house. We'll play some basketball. I'm all, shit. I'm Mexican. We don't play basketball. I don't play basketball. But I'll wrestle. You want to wrestle? I'll wrestle.
Yeah.
I'll wrestle.
So we go, we played horse. My wife played basketball from elementary all the way to college. She went to Santa Clara and man, she tore me up, man. I don't think I got a letter on her, you know? And then don't tell her I said this though, but after that, she's like, hey, you want to see my room? I said, hell yeah, I want to see your room. Let's go.
He didn't get a letter. You know, he couldn't get 3 baskets, you know?
He just
He couldn't even get there.
It's all right though. But when I got in there, I was the best wrestler in the world, so it's all good though. No. County champ, you know what I mean?
Spitting game.
Spitting game. There you go. And then so then we started dating.
You let her win, right? You let her win.
I tried.
How many lights are up there?
I tried my best. I tried my best. And then we got together. A few years later, Jackson was born. I had to do a lot of training, NTCs, polk. Went and did, because I was a fire support NCO, so I was a targeting NCO. Target NCO has the pre-planned targets and stuff like that. So I was a part of an S shop. So you have your S shops. You have your S1, S2, S3, S4, S5, and S6. I don't give a shit about all those other S's. I just cared about the S3 shop because that's where I was at. You know what I mean? The operations part, like things that. So I that's what I did, and I was a target NCO, and I did a lot of rotations. Then 2017 comes about, and they said, "Hey, we need an FO to come with us to Jordan." I was like, "That's a deployment?" They're all, "Yeah, Jordan's a deployment." I'm like, okay, I'll check it out. I'll go. Raise my hand. I'll do it. So I went to Jordan. It was a vacation. It was
really.
That was awesome in many ways, because when I got there, our mission was to train the Jordanian army for the border of Jordan, because you have Syria that's up there. In Syria, who comes through? Al Qaeda and stuff, you know, and ISIS, and then a lot of things that comes through is drugs. So that was their main thing that they wanted to stop, but they used mortars to keep them back. Well, their accuracy was only like 30%, and so like they were just lopping them, like, you know, smoking hookah and lopping, you know. So then we implemented, like the old days, you know, a compass, map, and protractor, you know what I mean, and to learn that way, you know. Now it's all digital, you know, you have things that you use, and so we did that, and then by the end of that year in 2018. We got them from 30% to 80%. And all we did is just rotate them through, you know what I mean? Rotate them through. So we worked Monday through Saturday. Sunday, it was like, hey, you know, let's take a rest, refit, and then do it again. But during those times, I got to go to Petra. I got to go to Wadi Majid. I went to Wadi Rum. I went to go see the tombstone of Hercules, you know.
Oh, wow.
And then I went to the River of Jordan and actually got baptized in the River Jordan on Easter.
Oh wow!
So that was a good experience, and my mom was happy, man. She cried herself out, you know. And so then at the time, me and my wife, we had paid off all the bills. Everything was paid off, you know, tax-free money, E7 pay, you know, it was good. And then I said, you know what, we need to find a house. And she's like, yeah, we do. And lo and behold, I remember I was on leave, and I remember going to Don Pedro Lake, and then coming by this nice gated community, and there's a tire shop right across the street.
Garcia's.
Who in the right mind of middle of nowhere has a tire shop on the right side of the road and this nice gated community on the other side, right?
Was the drive-in open still?
No, it was closed.
Oh, it was closed. Okay. See, I still
No,
remember when it was. Yeah, go ahead. I'll let you finish. Sorry.
so then I went, and one of my buddies, Roger, his wife Mandy, she was a realtor for Modesto, Mandy Rogers, and I said, hey, and I asked Roger, hey man, do you think your wife will help me look for a house? So yeah, and I sat there and went on Redfin, and the house I live in, the guy had it up, and I remember seeing it, and I put a bid for it, and I finally got him to say yes, and I sent a message to my wife, hey, go look at this house. And she came and looked at it. She fell in love. And I said, you don't mind being this far? And my wife, being an introvert, she's all, it does not bother me.
Yeah.
And plus my mother-in-law was like an hour, 2 hours away in San Jose. You know, my family are like 2 hours away too. So
right.
So there's,
you don't come visit me, you're fine with me, you know.
Copy that.
So then, you know, I told my wife, hey, you know what, we need furniture and stuff like that. Do you mind if I stay another year? She was like, well, yeah, if you want to, you know. During that time, my daughter was born. My last daughter, Phoenix, was born. I didn't get to see her born, but I got to come home for like 5 days. People don't realize that Jordan is ahead in time. So they give you 7 days emergency leave to come home real quick. But when you leave, you lose a day. Plus, you got to leave a day early to be back on time. So I was only home for 5 days, and I had to go back. So
wow.
But then it was cool, you know. I was I had a role still as a FSO, an FS-NCO, fire support NCO, and then when I got back, they're all like, "Hey, San Gomez, you can't be with the infantry anymore. You got to go find a new home." And I was like, "All right, then I can't be with 184." So I went and become the Fires NCO for the BCD. It's a Battle Coordination Detachment. And each echelon, each area, they have those detachments. And your thing is to coordinate the battlefield. So I did that. And then 2020 came, and I said, that's it, I'm done. I was just tired. It wasn't fun no more, you know.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Well, no, you have a family at home, and you're wanting to get back, and you've done your time, right?
But did you get out after pandemic started or before?
Right when it happened, 2020. I'm talking May 1st, 2020. And then all of a sudden, like 21 comes around, and you can't go nowhere.
Right.
Yeah.
So your world completely got flipped upside down because you're like out of there, and the world's falling apart around you.
Yeah, and at the time, I was already a plumber. I was already doing plumbing, and I started doing plumbing back in 2012. It was right after Jackson was born. I started doing plumbing, and I was trying to, you know, get into a union, but then, hey, do you want to go on state orders? Hey, do you want to go on this training schedule trip? You want to go to, you know, you want to go to Polk? I don't want to ever go to Polk. Like, you talk to any other Army guy, Polk is like, you be walking and it just rains, right on you. You're like, what the hell? And then all of a sudden go away, and you feel like this wet, soppy, sad dog, you know, like, are you serious? Like the humidity kicks in, and you're like, then you got like mosquitoes that can actually pick up when you're $125 or $130, pick you up and take off with you, you know. It's like, so yeah, I was like, you know, and then I like my experience, you know, and then like all the times that I did like Title 10 time or Title 32 time, you know, I those are active times, you know, and that's what accumulated my 9 years. So what I was actually trying to do when I got back was look for a job that would let me buy back that time, and I can use that to retire, you know. But when I retired in 2020, I looked at it, you know, and then mind this, I'm sorry, I probably forgot to say this, but back in Afghanistan, I hurt my shoulder. I tore my rotator cuff in a rocket attack. You know, we were being rocketed on the FOB, and I tore my rotator cuff on BAF, or Bagram Air Force Base, and I tore my rotator cuff running to grab my IBA, like literally trying to grab my vest. I tore my rotator cuff.
Wow.
So then I'm dragging my thing, and I'm getting yelled at because I'm going into the little bunkers, you know. Put it on. I'm like, I can't lift my arm. Like, you know. And then and I remember the next day they're all like, go to meds, and I went to meds, and then I went in there. There was an SF guy that was working there. He was a doctor or whatever. And he goes, "What's the matter with you?" I'm all like, "My rotator, it hurts, my shoulder hurts." So he tries to lift my arm. I say, "Yeah, it hurts." He's like, "All right, I could do two things, man." He's all, "You look like a guy that wants to stay, or you look like a guy who want to go home." I say, I'm a guy that wants to stay, you know. I got my buddies, my family, you know. You're in Afghanistan, you have your friends, your family.
Right.
And he goes like, "Well, I'm going to give you cortisone shots. It's only going to last for a little while. You're going to have to come back and get more." So he gave me like 3-4 cortisone shots in the shoulder, whatever. And then I was all mad because I got the Dear John letter, and you know what I mean. So I didn't want to go home. I wasn't ready to go home. You know. So then, so from 2000, it happened 2005, beginning of 2005, when I tore my rotator cuff, till 2000, I want to say 21, I had never filed for my VA disabilities.
Oh wow!
Wow.
So, because I had the mentality like a lot of veterans have. I have my limbs, I have my eyeballs, I have my legs, my fingers, hands, and all that. You know, and there's nothing wrong with me. There's other guys that need it. But the thing is that there was things in here that needed help. There was things here that needed help.
Yeah.
And this needed help. You know.
Right.
And plus my back or whatever. That's another thing. But the thing was that I had that mentality. It took an E4 specialist. Now he's a staff sergeant, Sasso. They call him the Italian Stallion. You know, he comes up and he goes, "Hey, Sergeant Gomez," he's all like, "You need to file for a disability. You're about to get out. I know you're about to get out because you talk about it a lot." And I was like, "Nah, I don't need it." He's like, "Dude, you need it. Trust me. You'll take care of you and your family. You need it." So it's all right, whatever. And then he came to the house. He was like, we're talking, you know, and he showed me, get on the computer. He was telling me, and he's like, "You're going to have to put more things in there. It's going to make you get mad, but you're going to have to repeat. And then you have to go back and remember all this stuff. And you have to file, you have to scan all your documents and this and that." And I did all by myself with the help of him. I didn't really do it by myself. So I did all that. So then I sat there, I told him, "I did it." And and I must have been already like 7 beers deep because I was like, I don't want to think about this so much, you know?
Right.
And then he just told me, "Hey, go to your appointments, go to your appointments, go to your appointments." He said, "Go to your appointments." So I went to all my appointments, you know what I mean? And I did. And I went to my appointments and it came back, "All right, we're going to give you 80%. And I was like, "That's cool." And they told me how much I'm like, "Hey, I'll get." And I was like, "All right, that's fine, you know." Sasso goes, "That's not enough." He's all, "You didn't tell him about the other stuff." I'm all, "Well, what are you talking about?" He's like, Can you hear?" I'm like, "Well, yeah." He's all, "Does it ring?" I say, "Well, yeah, it always rings." He's all, "Right, you didn't go for that. You got to file." And then he told me, "Just go to the VSO. The VSO will help you." So I went to the VSO and I filed for my TBI. I filed for my hearing. I filed for my migraines, my lungs.
So it's all these things that you just deal with on a daily.
Yeah.
I mean, you got it.
You take for granted.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, we take for granted.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
were you near some of the fire pits and stuff?
So we're intense, you know, small fog. They're gonna be burning stuff, and it's gonna float anywhere. And yeah, I did. I went and I went to the VA because every year since I left Afghanistan, I had always gotten lung infections. Like always got a lung infection. So I'd go and the doc say, "Oh, you have pneumonia. Here, take these antibiotics." Every year. And I went to the VA. I went to the VA for this, you know, and they had it on record, right? And then one time I went again, and this during when COVID happened, and my lungs were like jacked up. I'm talking about like COVID, infected lungs.
Yeah.
I went over there. They said go to Livermore, so they go to Livermore. So they have everything outside, like outside. You couldn't go inside.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Up
COVID,
on all that front parking lot.
Yeah.
Right there, Livermore, and then it's.
Dude, that place is crazy. I feel like there's ghosts there. Like that building is.
Tell me about it. I was like,
every time I see my dad there, I was like, man, could they build a nicer, newer building or something for these guys? Like this is something out of like the 1500s. I feel. I mean, I know it's not that old, but it's kind of crazy.
It's pretty old. I got lost in there one time. I was all lost, and they're like,
I'm not surprised.
I have no clue where I'm at right
somebody
now.
Somebody gave you directions, and then they disappeared.
Well, you go to the you go
the
in.
ghost right there. Oh,
Yeah.
like, you don't belong here.
And you have the elevators there, but if you walk around anymore, yeah, you totally could get lost.
Yeah, all the time. And then you look through the window, you're like, damn, trees in the way. You don't, because you can't see if you're looking at the parking lot.
Yeah.
Or you're looking at the back side of the building.
Yeah.
Right.
I was thinking you're north. So you get my compass out here.
I need to shoot an azimuth. Move.
I want to bring something up. And of course I'm jumping, but you
what
got awarded. You got awarded. This.
I want to see if you can say it.
I can say it.
Are you sure? Look at
Meritorious Service Medal.
Look at you.
Yeah.
Sergeant First Class.
You're getting good.
Carlos A. Gomez, 251st Battalion Coordination Detachment, 40th Infantry Division. Congratulations on 21 years in the Army. Congratulations, my friend.
Thank you.
So they
That's
they just gave that to you, or you had gotten it?
Yeah. Yeah. So what happened is that they had gave it to me back in 2020, but they had so many misspellings, and it was like, and then it was bad because I love her. Don't get me wrong. You know, General Yeager, great woman, great officer. I think they just had her sign it without even putting everything on it, and they just typed it up. And so it was like that.
She probably just signs them.
Yeah, randomly, like, hey, but she did sign my award form, the DA form. But I had to tell them, I said, hey man, you guys read this? And they're like, oh, sorry, Sergeant Gomez, we'll get you a new one. All right then. So years went by, 2023. I'm on the walls missing something. So then I went and I told them, hey, where's my award? They're like, oh yeah. And then they finally came in the mail.
Hey,
Like,
can you
whatever.
explain what that is for those people that don't know?
So my Meritorious Service Medal is for all my time that I put into my service. That's what it is. It's just a little bit below a Bronze Star, I guess you could say.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it's just saying like,
But not
hey,
everybody gets it.
Not everyone gets it. Not a lot of people get it, but people that have put in the time or even have done the effort to do it, like I've seen like real heroes, like literally some real legit hardcore heroes in Afghanistan, like bust their ass and save people, like a medic, man, a combat medic. I got love for my combat medics. Like man, that's a job right there.
That's a whole different world.
You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, like they can shoot, move, and communicate also, but that right there, I've seen a lot of younger enlisted get it, but very rarely. Usually you'll see like a 77 or above get it, but yeah.
Well, and the reason I asked is because my dad actually got a couple, and I had to read through a lot of his paperwork because we have whole files, and he ended up getting a couple from the Marine Corps, and so I wanted to understand what they were for. And
no, it could be for your time of service. That's like it says, right? It's your service medal. It's your time of service, or he did something that's extremely above and beyond.
Right.
So that's how either that you can be like me that has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 some achievement medals, like good job, pat on your back or pat on your butt. You know what I mean? Like,
hey, but you got them posted. Pal. You're proud of them.
Yeah. Well,
hey,
yeah, you got to
be.
Yeah.
You know what? You know why I built this wall? This is like, you walk in my house, this is the game room, right? Right now, you guys are on top of my pool table. This is my game room, this is because when we bought the house, our house has the loft, and I wanted the loft. That was gonna be my man cave. But when I said, the hell you're not, because I know you have your military buddies over here, and I don't want no dirty feet coming up my stairs. All right then. So I told her, okay then. All right then. And I said, because I didn't grow up like completely poor. You know what I mean? I just
right.
But you didn't have a loft.
Yeah.
You didn't have a man cave.
No,
Yeah.
I never had a man cave. I never had a pool table. And I always remember when like people that had like were rich had pool tables and they had a swimming pool and this and that.
Ooh,
Cars.
you rich.
Oh, you rich.
Carlos is
yeah,
rich.
Yeah. So I was like, I said, man, if I ever get a house, I want a house. And I never want a house with a pool. My wife did, but so we got this house and I said, man, I want a pool table. Then I found out how much they were. I was like, shit, I probably don't want a pool table.
I get a food table up in there though.
I found a used one. It's a clean. It's only 10 feet, but it's clean. It's clean.
Yeah, right. So my pool table, it's a 9-foot pool table, but it's a used 9-foot pool table.
Hey.
So I want to get
Jenny on the block.
Yeah.
Jenny on the block, exactly.
Always had a little, but not a lot.
I want to get into the association real quick. CVMA. And I wanted
to
33
repping Stockton.
You guys do a lot for veterans, right? We had you guys on a while ago and doing stuff in Stockton, which, you know, doing anything in Stockton is awesome.
It's already enough.
Yeah, no, just the give back, right?
Right.
I know you guys have something coming up. You guys have in Merced, right? Merced City.
No,
bike night. No.
So
Hold on. This is you guys. You guys aren't hosting it, but you guys are supporting. Right. You guys are supporting these guys. You guys aren't hosting it, but again, I said you guys are in Stockton. These guys are Merced City. That's the thing about CVMA, man. They're across the country. They're all over, and they support everybody because of the family.
Part of it. Remember?
Yeah, exactly.
So,
CVMA.
Yeah.
So you go like that one, the Merced bike night. That's actually the bar hoppers. What happened is James Mendez, he had gotten hurt on his bike, so I put that out there to because, like I said, I support the biker community. Yeah. So I put that on there so to say, hey, to let everybody else know that I'm gonna be out there, and also, hey, come out there and help benefit him. You know what I mean?
There you go. Yeah. C16-1 is supporting Hero Stock.
There you go. See,
that's badass.
Yeah, I got a shirt I can actually take. So. No, I wanted to share that because, like I said, I know CVMA helps out, and I know, you know, obviously you're part of that. You guys actually
one in Britain from Blue Line. Is now part of your group, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. That guy's awesome, man. You should hear him play the drums, man. I gotta get down. Yes. So Brenton actually, he was on a ride because I go on rides with other people and stuff. He was on a ride before he joined us. And there was an accident, and this guy who was drinking hit the group that was going up there, right? And tore up 2 guys, man. But the guy that was drunk was coming the other way, had hit the group, right? But his bone was sticking out of his leg.
Fracture.
So I'm at home because I had gotten a flat tire, right? So I got a flat tire, and then so Brenton goes, hey, man, guess what happened? I'm like, what? And I know it's not. You ain't supposed to be doing it. But he sends me all these photos. Like, look at this idiot. He's all drinking. And I was like, bro, is that his bone out? He says, yep, his bone out of leg. And I'm all like, the helicopter's coming. They're going to take him and this and that. But then two of our friends.
Seen all that, so he don't care. He's like immune to it.
It's not phasing him, you know.
Exactly.
So let me get to your guys's that you guys got coming up. The the Robbie Mariano Memorial Run.
Yeah, Robert Mariano
right.
Run.
You guys are going to be starting at the Cherokee Memorial Cemetery in Lodi, cruising around Lodi, going to probably my top 5 breweries out there at High Water, right off of the 99. Go check that out. Support the guys. Again,
it's crazy. I feel like we're almost a year from talking to CVMA before because they were getting ready for this last time.
Yeah, I was.
Don't know it was last year. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, good dudes and girls out there, and we're proud that you're part of our group too. And again, we'll share the heck out of it, and just love what you guys are doing. Just think that I need to stop before I bring up some pictures.
Start
Well, I do want to show his baby.
This is the internet. You don't want to show his kids, man.
No, but I do want to show his baby because I know he's proud of it because he's got his kids out there doing manual labor on it.
He's got his kids out washing it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I put, yeah. That's my.
There we go.
That's my ride.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a post that you have there, like, no, they make fun of it, but it's still cherry. It's just a clean bike, right?
No, I love all the black. I love all the, like, you have no chrome on there, huh?
So
all black.
Only on the push rods and stuff. But yeah, I actually used to have a V-Rod, a 2005 V-Rod, a Screaming Eagle, and that one had a bunch of chrome. And me being a Latino who I am, I put air ride on it and all this and that. You know what I mean? You know, you get to a stop, you want to look like that cool guy that drops the air. Yeah,
until you forget to air back up.
And then you're dragging ass.
Thank you very much.
You got to get them. You got to get those magnesium drag strips, right? So you can have the little sparks behind you, the colored sparks behind you.
Yeah. So and then I was like, what the hell? And then here's trying to get the air back into the air
real quick.
Yeah. So, but no. But I could lie. I miss chrome, but that I call that bike. I call her my chingona. You know, she's the badass of all the bikes I've ever had. So she does me well. You know, she gets me to point A, point B, but she gets me there fast.
He does the whistle and forget to rise.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Freaking But back to the CVMA. We are doing the Robbie Moreno run. We do have a few sponsors gonna be out there. You know, we have I don't know if he's on. It's called the Combat Realtor. He's out of Lodi. He's on Instagram. We also have.
No, we don't allow any other realtors. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I know. And then we have seamstress. Hopefully she's gonna come out. She's starting her new thing. She's actually the seamstress for Renegades, but she's gonna start her own business sort of. So hopefully she comes out there, and then we're gonna have Russ Brown attorneys. They're gonna be out there. Highwater Brewery is actually gonna have like a nice little eatery booth in the brewery. And this year I'm kind of excited about. We're gonna have our label on a beer that you can buy.
Oh,
nice. Beer take home.
Will that weekend?
It's on the 27th, on this Saturday, on the 27th. Not this Saturday, but the following Saturday. Maybe. Yeah. And then we also have a Suicide Shift band. They'll be there. They're a very popular band for this area. You know, we were gonna try to get Brent to come out and have Blue Line, but they're so popular. Oh, man.
I think they're going to be out at 132 Bar, which is not called the 132 Bar. It's called the one I can't remember, and they don't sponsor us. So.
Saloon,
Twin Rivers.
Saloon.
Twin Rivers.
They're in their new ownership.
Yeah,
Twin Rivers Saloon. Yeah, so these are going to be out there. So yeah, we're really excited about this year. We have a raffle going on, for a Caltech 9mm, and then also for a Mossberg shotgun. So they were raffling out those. Plus other raffles we'll have on. We'll have some shirts. Shane, who's actually the quartermaster right now, came in. They made some nice looking shirts this year.
And anybody can get the shirts?
Anybody can get the sports shirts. They're actually, he's wearing one of them. He might have a couple of yellows and red ones, but I'm pretty sure this year it's a nice white and black shirt, you know, and it has a cool logo, a nice script on it, I mean. And then we have the Robbie Moreno shirt, which is the flyer. That's going to be on the shirt also. So we're pretty excited about that. We have a lot of things going on. It's open to everybody. It's not just bikers. You know, you don't have to ride two wheels. If you walk, you can come. Just don't go on the ride. Try to do the ride on walking because you'll never make it back.
So I know I know you have a lot of things going on, and this is kind of like the softball question. When you need to kind of let loose, other than riding your bike, right? I know that there is a business in town in Waterford that you get to kind of frequent, right? The Gomez Brothers Grappling Academy.
Gomez Brothers Grappling, yeah. So it's cool because right there in that picture, actually, Sergeant Doss, Sergeant First Class Doss, had reached out to me because what happened is actually it's I don't know, Gomez. I just went blank which Gomez it is. He's it's him and his brothers that have that place. And so what happened is that he kept on telling me, like, come on, I need you to come check it out because my son goes there, you know what I mean? And so I was like, oh yeah, whatever. And then I don't know what made me. I think my wife kind of pushed me and says, well, he's offering it to you. He's probably help you. And actually, believe it or not, it's awesome. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we're trying to. I know Doss. They up in Sacramento. They have a 50. I think it's a 501. You know what I mean?
Or nonprofit.
Nonprofit, and they do that. They do the jujitsu. So we're trying to get them set up to have that also for veterans and for law enforcement and for firefighters and stuff like that. Just another
now, release, right?
In what Eric was showing, they were, a bunch of, it looks like.
And it's funny because you know what? You just said Eric, and his name is Eric Gomez. So I was like,
there you go.
It's a cool dude.
Eric with a K though.
Oh no, see, I'm odd.
Yeah.
Now,
and he messed it up.
Yeah, Eric, you messed it up. See, you messed it up. See what I did there? See what I did there? Hey, I noticed all the young guys in uniform. So is he bringing in guys from like National Guard locally, or was
so what happened? It's actually Delta Company 184 out of Oakdale.
Oh, okay.
So what happened is that they came over there because you have MACP. It's military Army combative. Modern Army Combative Program, right? MACP. Me, I'm a level 1. You go to like Ryan, right? You had him on the show with you, Ryan Casperson. He's a level 3. He can be an instructor, So, and I think what it was too that got me to go into jiu-jitsu. Ryan started to do jiu-jitsu again, and he's starting to lift and everything. So it's like a little competition, because we have our annual family camp out coming up, with our chapter, and I might sneak up and snatch him, hopefully.
Yeah, isn't he a big dude? Like
he's big dude. Oh my god.
Yeah, isn't he?
Go low and fast, bro.
Hey,
go low and fast.
I'm like,
but Ryan's a big dude.
A good way to look at it. He's like Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I'm the Danny DeVito. You know what I mean? I'm just a thinner Danny DeVito. So yeah, but no. Like Eric Gomez, his brother Caesar, they're great people, man. I can't say enough about Eric. Eric is like very good man. Open up his gym. He just wanted me to show up. He said just come, He just wanted me to show up and just train, and that like it helps. It helps. It clears the mind, I come back home, I take a shower, have dinner with my wife, the kids, you know what I mean? Plus it brought us, me and my son, a little bit closer. My son's only 11, and I have an older son. He's gonna be 22, and I love my oldest very much. It's just we don't have a really strong bond because
well, you were gone a lot.
I was young and military, and you know what I mean.
But the example that you're setting now, which
he'll pick up on it.
Yeah,
he'll get it.
And
he's doing great stuff. He's in Texas. He works for Caterpillar. Great stuff, man. I love that guy. That guy's doing great things. When
do you and your younger son go work out there?
So we go Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and on Thursdays open gym, but that's not usually for him because he's still too small. He's not old enough yet, and they do open gym, and it's open to everybody, But my son goes in at 4:30. He's done at 5:30. I go in at 5:30, and I'm done at 6:30. So my son stays there and watches me.
Okay.
But my son is the best hype man out there.
Come on,
like
Dad,
my
come
son,
on.
I'm not gonna lie. So I had barely done it the first week, and we went on a Wednesday. He did his, and usually that's no gi. You just wear shorts, a shirt, right, or a vest. I come out, and and we're leaving, and I'm pooped. I'm like tired, and my son goes like, "That was awesome, Dad." I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "You did real good. I thought you did really, really good." Man, this kid about to throw tears in my eyes. I was like, "Boy," and I said,
That's
so
awesome.
I do it like every other Mexican man was. Take son. All right, get in the car. Let's go.
Okay, cool.
Different car.
Try to suck down that little bit of tear, but no, it's my son grabs my phone. He'll start recording me. He's like, "Look, Dad, you could have done this." Like he'll tell me, like, "You should have done this or you should have done that." So he's always constantly like trying to make me better. And then I'm doing that to him. You know, "Hey, son, why don't you try this?" But he'll stick around and look at it, and then you see him like he's trying to implement what he saw me do into his classes. You know, so it's good. It's good stuff.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, dude, my 18-year-old needs to go. Once he's done with high school and then he's going on a Bahamas trip, then it's time to come back and get ready. Because my wife and I told him, like, bro, you're not gonna just hang out and party around. Like, it's time to get either in the Marines or the Air Force. Pick what you're doing and get going with it.
When's he going to the Bahamas?
I love the Army. I love the Army. I love the Guard, Air Force. I'm telling you,
as a dad, you know, like we love the Marine Corps because my dad was a Marine. My son just made his cap. Like, they did the whole top of it, and it's all about my dad and about the Marine. It's pretty badass. My wife and him did a good job. And so on the bottom it says what's next, and it has on the left it has the Marine Corps, and on the right it has the Air Force. So there's
a vote right
there.
Yeah,
I know, Brian, but as a dad, you know, you're thinking, you know, shit's getting a little crazy right now. So I don't know what's gonna pop off.
Well, speaking though, I wanted to bring this up too because, and I missed the chance. It was right after he was talking about his kid or his son being the hype man. You explain that picture a little bit?
Oh, there we go.
Oh man, that's my wife's grandfather. He was a sergeant major, and he was an instructor in Hawaii. God rest his soul. I always tell everybody, man. I always tell a lot of people, my wife's grandpa can kick your grandpa's ass.
Yeah, that's literally what the topic says up here.
Yeah.
The comment.
So he wasn't a tall guy. He was only 5'5", but man, he used to look one bad mo effer.
Yeah, see, that's cool. I'm glad I got that on there for you guys.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
Here, my wife just delivered it.
Yes.
There we go.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
So
that is awesome.
And then it's got
I'm on Air Force.
And then it's got my dad's dog tag.
Oh, that is dope.
So on his captain gown.
That is dope.
Good job, Mama AnJEllak. Good job, paparazzi.
Mom.
Good job.
Paparazzi killed it.
Good job.
Yeah.
Cool.
So pretty proud of that. That's pretty badass.
Yeah. Nah, man, that's the
Air Force or college. No more colleges. We don't want to
go over what Shauna said. So this is one thing a lot of graduates don't understand. Santa Clara University has a program, an ROTC program, that if you go do the ROTC program, I think still there, they'll pay for your college. Like they'll pay for it as long as you join to do the service, right?
Right.
As long as you do the service.
You'll be a Bronco.
But then you can sit there. There's nothing wrong that part of the 4 branches.
Tato would say that. That's funny. Carrying the heavy weapons squad, Gaga.
Hey, Tonto's not wrong. Tonto's wrong. When you are a Ford observer, and it sucks because
you don't want to be big, right?
Huh?
You don't want to be big. You want to be little.
You want to be small.
Yeah.
You look at a lot of Rangers. A lot of Rangers are small too. They're not all big, but you go look at a lot of Ford observers. They have to help. So, it's college. Oh, this is too fast. Anyways, a lot of FOs, right? A lot of Ford observers have to help the mortar team carry the load. So you have a base plate, especially on any one, right? Then you have your two, but then who's going to carry the rounds? Who's going to carry those rounds? There goes. So me, as a young, that's a 24 Ren Bravo right there. You go carry the round, right? So you have the 81 rounds. You have to pack like 3 or 4 inside there, plus your gear, plus your radio inside your gear. Trust me, that's a lot of weight after a while. You know what I mean? Right. So you have to assist everybody. Everybody helps out each other. I've always been with the light infantry unit. I've always been with one. And I'll always say I'm a leg, but you know, it's your real name, Fisters. Yes, we are Fisters. You know, people don't really know a lot of Fisters. Well, the newer Fist, the older ones don't know what FIST stands for. FIST. So,
yeah, that's why I did want to ask about what's behind you. So, and I'm glad you're bringing it up.
FIST means fire support. They say now it says fire support team, but the original name back in 1977 when they came was fire integrated support team. So you integrate all the fires, naval, air, land, sea, or I already said naval, but you know what I mean? Those are ones that you integrate. That's why they call the fire integrated support teams. Get some. Hell yeah.
What's funny is he just was texting me to tell me something, and I'm like, bro, we're on the show. He's like, oh yeah, so thanks for joining, Tom. He's like, oh shit, I forgot.
Yeah, you go on YouTube or you go on to
oh, look at that. He went from CVMA to Sit Rep 22.
There you go. Go.
He knows he got his stuff, so I double check.
Support till there's zero. Support till there's zero. They got to support till there's zero.
I got some of it. I didn't get the whole order.
What?
Yeah, I didn't get my hat. That's why I'm wearing this one.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll have to follow up on that. Your hat should be coming. I know Derek Thompson got his hat.
He left it on this. He left it on the counter.
Is that what he told you?
What the email said.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
All right. Changing teams.
Hey,
that was the sexiest transition I've seen.
You like that? I can't go anymore. I mean, I could, but
we all been there. We all got one team. You know what I mean? I think our main focus as different branches is to help support each other.
Right.
Yeah, we might not like each other sometimes or whatever.
Well, and the talking's gonna happen, right?
It's trash.
Yeah.
Bro. Look at you. Look what we did pregame.
Like you say, if it comes down to it, you're gonna protect each other. You're gonna step up for each other because you're all doing the same things. So.
You know. Yeah. So you gotta understand. Yeah.
The banter's fun though. The banter is fun.
It's just Marines get first pick. Yes, Marines always get first pick.
Wow. When are you gonna retire?
He's talking to another.
I got Mike. I got one of
the drivers that's out there following along.
I'm thick, bro. I'm thick.
You're super thick.
But no, yeah. So you know what I mean. If a lot of people want to know what we're doing in our CVMA community, you can always go to the Stockton CVMA 332. You know, we're there. We've got also in Facebook, Instagram.
Where's your homie's not posting it all? Like, he's the guy supposed to be posting it all.
You need a social media guy.
So yeah.
No, I'm talking about Eric. Talk about Eric. Eric's not posting. You know, usually we got the banners coming up. Come on, we got to rep CVMA right now,
bro. No. Listen, you can't bust my chops like that.
Yes,
we had a lot of stuff going on.
Yes, I can.
Okay, we had a lot of stuff going on, and just because I'm wearing Sit Rep 22, here we go. We're going sitrep22.org.
There you go.
I know,
Tom.
Dude, do you not understand how much I brought in? I went live. I went in game. I had the fourth camera going.
Carlos, I wouldn't be his friend anymore because last week for B3, he was posting like every link in the world for them.
Well, that's because we didn't have a media meltdown before the show. We had commercials, bro. We had commercials. Can we do it right now?
There we go. Marines never retire. We just run out of targets.
Yeah.
And then look at Gary. We always have targets. See, this is why, like, Derek, did you see earlier? Derek said instead of, what did you call him? The comment something? And
the comment crew.
Yeah. And Derek said the comment commandos.
Oh, there you go.
Commandos.
There you go. Y'all go commando.
There you go.
You guys need to figure out that hashtag so we get that good hashtag going on.
Exactly. So everybody can start using
stickers to buy.
That hashtag comment commandos.
No, we need to hashtag CVMA 33.2 for Eric. I wanna keep messing.
Eric's cool because Eric hit up one time and
look.
said, "Hey, who has an inverted table?"
No. Correct that, please. Cammy did. My kid
Cammy
did.
did. She asked,
She's like, yeah, we got to. Yeah. Tell them that story.
I asked her, is your dad Eric?
Yeah.
Are you related to Eric? So that's my dad. I said, come pick up this brand new one that I've only used like twice.
Dude. So
That's funny.
I got videos, bro. She's like upside down,
Eric's
locked into it.
friendly.
She can't. Well, hey now. She she's upside down, locked in. She slid off of it. It was great, dude. It was great. I just don't have the cojones to get on there because my big old butt will be like,
oh, look at that. There it is.
You go. Go check it out.
He is.
CombatVets332.com. That is your CVMA. Go check it out.
Website.
There's some great stuff. Again, it's what we do. It's why we do the show, basically. I mean, everything I'm wearing is veteran based, right? I mean, and hey, if anybody wants to send anything to us, P.O. Box 308, Houston, California, I'll check it more often than once a month, but I'll still check it. Just saying.
And I know for everybody, I think we all agree that you guys do an awesome job. You guys, you guys are very supportive.
I got something else.
Right off his track.
I got some. Gosh, dang!
It's the way. Yeah, he showed me on his car.
Was it brutal? Was it ugly?
No, it's
just
gone.
To go off what Gary said. Just to go off what Gary said. Eric gave me 4 stickers. 4 stickers. Only one of them stuck, and the one's still on my van.
Damn.
We won't mention the person they come from because they were
right,
sweet
though,
to help
man.
out.
It's all right though.
Well,
I will say this though.
$250.
Oh damn!
It wasn't for free.
It was kind of my fault because I think I left them in the sun right near the window. So when I finally grabbed them, I went to put one on. I was like, not sticking. I'm like, dude.
That's all right. I got 125 other ones that I'll bring over. Okay, I don't. One of them is going to say, maybe we'll just cut them up and we'll have like a rainbow colored back there. I got pinks and
Gary's already got his car wrapped, so it's all Miller Mobile taxed out. So it won't make a difference.
Here you go. I got you even better.
Oh what? Oh, let's see what else he's got.
The Combat Veterans Mokos. You got some Mokos.
Mokos.
Motorcycle Association, Chapter 32. Vets helping vets. What it's all about, right? I mean, again, we're not vets, but this is our platform that we give back. And I love doing this, right? I get giddy every time someone says, "Yeah, I'll be on." I mean, I got 3. Hey, I'll get a hold of you. Don't call me. I'll call you. Emails, and I'm like, okay, you're missing out.
Or we got a couple no thank yous this week.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, hey, that's cool. Like, you're missing out, bro. Like, I ain't here to. We're not making hundreds of dollars and stuff, but
we're not making hundreds of cents.
But no, we're still negative because I just bought $250 worth of stickers. But
thousands of equipment.
But it's what we do, and this is what makes it happy. And when you're supposed to lick him and lick him. See, he's supposed to get out the window lickers. The window lickers.
I love Shauna.
I got hey, I called her. Yeah, I called her.
I got you back. You can't afford.
We can call her coconut though. Huh?
Yeah.
Call it coconut.
It's a deduction. That's right. There you go.
Did right.
It is a deduction.
Keep buying those bad stickers. You can keep deducting them from your taxes.
Hey, I just need to know if I'm getting any of that house that's getting. Yeah. Anyway,
fun,
man.
Well, Carlos, man, I've been looking forward to this because we've had you on.
We appreciate you.
You're a great supporter, which we appreciate. We can't say thank you enough to you, to everybody in the comments that's been commenting tonight. I know, you've heard this question on the show. This is where we get very, very serious. When you and the wife are hanging out, things are chilled. What's your go-to drink? Does Eric know it? Yeah. Does Eric know it?
Iced tea with lemon.
It's not iced tea with sugar.
If it's just me and my wife chilling,
yeah,
it's gonna be either I'm gonna have my Jameson,
okay,
straight, or it'll be a glass of wine.
Oh, really?
You guys drink wine?
So my wife,
Point, of course they do.
Like if it's just us, But hey, my go-to, like,
Pinkies up
like
wine.
go-to, like say, like I'm gonna have is gonna be a Modelo. I'm a big Modelo guy.
Especial or dark?
Especial. Dark,
Yeah.
dark is that if I got that money for the dark, you know what I mean? Like,
Hey, have you been to Agave? I'm sure you've been to Agave, right?
yeah, I've been to Agave.
Dude, their michelada with the special is probably
Fire.
the best michelada there is.
Mm.
I mean, it's like you drink it like water, and I could probably drink 10 of them and not even be phased. Like
So
they're just
there's
so
a
good.
place. There's a place in San Jose, and they have one right here in Livermore. It's called Tequilas. But man, I'm talking about like you order one of theirs, they put shrimp all around it.
Oh,
They put like a whole vegetable garden in it. You know what I mean? Like you just have one of those. That's a whole meal. It's a
Yeah.
whole meal. You know what I mean? So
hey, that's
my wife,
Modelo's the
whenever
one drink. That's
whenever
the
we
one
go
beer I
to-
can do.
whenever we go to San Jose to visit her mom, we always try to make it a stop. Stop at Tequilas or El Porta Azul, because she likes the shrimp diablas.
Oh yeah, nice.
My wife loves spicy food. I think that's why she's with me.
Híjole.
Híjole.
Mexi bloodies, Bloody
Mexi,
Marias.
Bloody Mary, yes. Yep, you got it. That's exactly
you
what
go.
they are.
Exactly. So you guys drink wine, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's like Canadian on it. Hey,
Hey.
some wine, eh?
You drink some wine, eh?
He's like, come by.
Well, I mean, we got
Well,
we got
you
some
know,
wine.
you
I've been
well, you
drinking-
know, I know. Hey,
There's
so
a
there
sponsor.
was a thing, and I'll probably reach out to you, Mike, that about our getting some wine, and you guys do the printing on them, don't you, or something like that?
we can do custom bottles.
What's it
Right
called?
on.
AnJEllak
Huh?
Wines.
.com.
AnJEllak Wines.
Yeah, AnJEllakwines.com. You can actually go shop them right there. But yeah, there's about 8 different wines and a couple bubblies. And then we can completely customize your label and everything. And then you just buy it by the case.
I think because we were talking about it, and I think because you had talked to Ryan and Protein about it.
Yeah.
About that, you have that because our Christmas, when we have our Christmas dinner, I was thinking maybe do a little raffle, buy a couple from you and do a raffle for everybody.
That'd be
pretty cool.
awesome.
So
yeah, we could put some CVMA on there.
Hey, plug your event again. Plug your RMR.
You put it up.
RMR, Robin
Put it
Rental
up.
Run, May 27th. You don't have to ride if you don't want to. It's up to you. But just come out and support. All the money goes back to veterans. That's where the money goes. It doesn't go to anybody's pocket. It goes back to supporting veterans.
And what day is
we've
it
done
again?
A lot of things.
May
Huh?
27th.
May 27th. May 27th.
Man,
May
I
27th.
don't even know if I'll be alive yet because we do sober grad. Our son's graduating, and then we do sober grad.
yeah.
So we're
Sober
up
grad
till
on Friday, no?
yeah.
I
So
know.
we're up till about 6 in the morning that next morning.
Well, the Hilton's out there in River Point.
Yeah.
There's a connection. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, because I mean, like me, I support that. Man. I support that. I've been to so many graduations. I ain't gonna lie. I've been to so many graduations when I was younger, but I never been to my own graduation. How about that? Right?
Hey,
I was
neither
at
did
one-
I.
And look at you
Neither
now.
did I.
But no, I hope they do have a great time. I hope your son has a great time at his graduation, man.
It'll
That's
be good. It's the
That's
last
something you'll
one, man.
remember.
We're done. We're done.
Jeez.
Buzzkills. Ah,
Whatever, Gary. Whatever. I'll see you later.
Yeah. But no,
Anyways,
it's cool, man.
Carlos,
Thanks
man,
for joining us,
we
Carlos.
appreciate it. Finally, happy to have you on. Again, always appreciate your support on here. Appreciate your service. You know, I know, you know, it's one of the things, and it's been mentioned a couple times when that's said to you. Thank you for your service. But we are some people who truly appreciate it. Because this is why we do this, man. You know Eric's story a little more. We've shared my story a little bit. We don't try to pretend to be veterans. We just support and love you guys and appreciate everything you've done for this country
100%.
to give us what we have, man.
And I know, like us as veterans do get told that a lot, but when you hear from people that really mean it, that's what it really counts. I like that a lot. And
Yeah.
One thing that a lot of people don't realize, or hopefully I wish people realize more, is our Vietnam veterans didn't get that.
No.
They didn't get that. So
No, and that's my dad.
You guys doing this now, at least my timeline and the generations to come, they'll see that, hey, there is Americans that do support us. So
yeah, 100%.
You need to send Tonto the Calendly link. Have you sent it to him? Because that's what he's asking. He's asking for it.
Now he's asking.
Now he's asking for it.
Now he's asking for it.
Well, and to speak to Vietnam, like that's the one thing my dad did share a little bit about was how he was treated. He didn't share anything about his service, which we actually learned a lot after he passed away because we found kind of hidden stuff. But the one thing he did share was how like he got spit on. He was not proud to wear the uniform when he came home because of the way he was treated, and that hurts my heart because I'm like, first off, that Marine Corps uniform, like, let's be real, it's badass. To not be proud of, wearing it, like that's a terrible feeling.
Yeah.
So
I know. Like my cousin Bobby, his father was in the Marine Corps, Purple Heart, Ranger, SF. And he was a great man. From my cousin, and he says that his dad wished that he would just stay there and not came back home because of the way he was treated. So
it was they were treated like crap. So it's good to see that people are treating them right, but I've seen some one-offs of people yelling at them and saying you're killing babies and crazy things like that. So let's be real, it's not the pinks that are sexy.
They were sexy.
So Carlos, thank you again. We appreciate your time. Thank you for sharing your story, and us finally getting to hear the whole story. I know Eric probably knows a little bit more from behind the scenes and talking to you, but wish you the best of luck. I know you're on a new journey and just trying to find this new journey and be able to support your family and take care of your family. That's badass.
I'm just trying to stay married. That's why I still work.
Me too, every day, dude. And I'm a terrible person because I got a temper and just
what?
Never.
Oh, because Eric doesn't either. Like he's over there acting like,
bro, my temper has calmed down since I've been coming into the studio.
Yeah, because you got to deal with mine.
Yeah,
and where I'm gonna be, because I hate my new job, and it is what it is. So
no, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Thank you, Carlos. If you want to hang out and then we can chat after, it's up to you, man. All right. Thank you, sir. Have a great night. We'll talk to you. All right. Cool. What are you over there doing?
Sending a link right now.
Road rage. Are you sending the link to
He'll
Tonto?
never let that down. He'll tell the story.
Yeah. Well, it's not even road rage. It's just truckers Tourette.
No, he was on a live. I was on a live.
Oh yeah.
When I was pumping it up.
But Tonto, here's the thing. Eric sounds like that literally every time you're on the phone with him. If he's in the truck, he sounds like that. So it's nothing new.
But I didn't chase a guy down in the truck that I drive though.
Right.
I literally chased a guy down.
Oops. Well,
oh well.
Well, dude,
Don't be an a-hole.
I saw on Facebook the other day somebody in Turlock posted, did I say it on here? But they posted about their work truck and his guy honked at somebody and they shot out his back window.
Oh damn.
Yeah, he was like, I'm thankful my guy's all right, but this is crazy. You get honked at and you want to shoot somebody, like what makes you make that decision?
Yeah.
So it's from Houston to Staten Island. Oh damn, that's a long drive.
Villa Vicencio, why don't you check your messenger?
Yeah, Tonto, he has to learn how to say your name.
Villa Vicencio.
Don't call him by his government name. I already got in trouble on MBR for using the government name, right? Anyway, Eric. Deuces, buddy. Have a great night. Great job. Carlos is awesome. Glad to finally hear his whole story. What do we got? Yeah, you can go home now later.
Go home later.
You can go home later. T will be waiting for you. All right, Eric. Deuces, buddy.
Oh, well, it wasn't.